afternoon, myself and my family, we would like to share with you some knowledge about our culture. So to begin with, my name is Sídnεϋ. I'm a Menandangi and Waka Waka woman, so I'm not from this area. Neither are any of the other dancers as well. So following our laws and our protocols, we acknowledge and respect the traditional owners of this land. Today, we are all on the land of the Gundungurra and the Darug Nation. They are the Aboriginals that roam the mountains and the surrounding valleys. Bidjimon, the water dragon, that's Gundungurra's tribal totem. This map that you see here is of Aboriginal Australia. All those different colours that you see, they represent the different tribal nations that we have here. There are over 300 different languages throughout Australia. We all practice our songs and dance, protocols and laws, style of art and hunting in many different ways as well. Although we have those differences, we do share the same values and beliefs, respecting our God, Mother Earth, our ancestors, the spirits, also respecting all of our plants and animals because they're our food source. Part of our culture, because there are so many languages, growing up as a child, we would learn our main language, then learn the surrounding languages, so we were able to share ceremonies with. We were able to trade with one another. And because we didn't just stay in our own tribal areas, we did travel country, following our dreaming paths. What I'd like to talk to you now is about the paint we wear on our bodies. It's what we call law. There are many laws that we are able to share with you, and we wear these when we are performing our dances and our ceremonies. How we paint ourselves. It comes from this soft rock. Today it is known as ochre. This rock comes in many different colours as well. We crush it into a powder, we'll add water or animal fat, and then we'll paint ourselves. When we do this, we sing to Mother Earth because we are wearing her flesh on our body. We also sing to Father because he gave us our laws that we can wear. So I'd like to share some of the laws coming from my uncle's country and my sister's, so you see the difference between them, as we all come from different tribal areas. I'll share my uncle's first and the 5 main laws we can wear. My uncle's country is Nyampa, their language is Wanganui. The first law that you will see is family law. It's for the men to wear, to pay respects to their family totem, Kunna, the little wallaby. Next one's my uncle's tribal law. The markings on his body are the same markings on Guka, the Gawena. Within my uncle's tribal area there are 4 clans. His clan, they are the rock people, Garagilu, so men and women, they can both wear this design. My uncle's personal law. This law, it represents his Aboriginal name and totem, Duli, the Sangawena. So that's a law only he can wear, as well as this one. It's his spiritual law. He's been on his spiritual journey now for the past 29 years. He pays his respects to Guga. Now we do share law with one another, we just have to be respectful when we are wearing it. So this next one was a gift by Uncle Richard Farley from the Waradah Nation. It's the law of the ocean. Blue whale, Garn, hands out that law. My older sister Charlie, she's a Nyampa and a Waka Waka woman. She's wearing the female law to pay their respects to Kunna. She can also wear the Nyampa female law. The young girls to the women can wear this design. The 3 lines, they are giving respect to God, Mother Earth and our ancestors, the spirits. My older sister Yasmin, she's a Kukuyalanji woman in far north Queensland. She is wearing her personal law, Waranji, the full moon. She can also wear her tribal law. The markings on her body, they represent the feathers of the cassowary. They call it Karanji in her language. Mananjali clan law, markings on his face, stomach and legs. They are paying respect to Nadu, the red kangaroo. The lines you see on his chest and arms, that's his spiritual connection he has to his country. And the last one's our big brother Lee. He's wearing his personal law, Kirpajamuka, the kangaroo sleeping. What I'd like to share now is some knowledge about our art. So the artwork and the paintings, not just in our gallery, but all around Australia. It's what we call law as well. So I'd like to share the law of the desert. Each region throughout Australia, we do have our own unique style of art. What you see being painted there on the canvas, it's It's women's law. They usually paint that on their bodies for when they're performing their women's ceremonies. Landscaping and mapping. It's how to get to their waterholes in their country. This next one's a different style. However, it does have a similar meaning. Although this one, it's only there in the wet season, so it's not a permanent source, it's only there temporarily. The wind blowing through our medicine leaves. The particular leaves that you do see, in my language we call them wilka. We use them for when we have the common cold or flu or stomach problems. Perfect example as to why the desert people use dots. They are very famous for the dot art. Bird's eye point of view, their country, their landscape, it looks like dots. However, not all Aboriginal people use this style. Although the desert people, they use it in most of their artwork. That's how you know it's from their countries. That law is how to get to their river systems and their creeks. It could also be a pathway to their ceremonial sites as well. In some areas, it acts as boundaries. And this last one I like to share is about our sand dunes and ridges. All those different colours that you see, they depict the highs and lows that you find in these dunes, again from a bird's eye point of view. Before I go, I like to share with you one of our tools. It's our traditional bowl. English name for it is a coolamon dish. In my uncle's language, for example, they call this bowl gachul. Gachul, it's made out of the bark in the tree. That makes it a very common tool used all around Australia. Here in the mountains, early in the morning when the bark is still wet, they'll go up to their tree, cut out which size and shape they'd like, peel off the bark, they'll then leave it in the sun to dry for a few days. The sun will do all the hard work for them, it'll harden up this bowl and give it its curl. They also place sticks in between so it doesn't over-curl, then they have themselves a good gachul. The women take this out with them when they're gathering and collecting our bush foods and our bush medicines. Because of the shape of it, it's a nice solid timber. It is useful as a digging tool, digging holes, collecting grubs, roots, honey ants, even bush potatoes from the ground. Because of the shape of it, I can easily scoop up water to drink from, like this young lady. And if the gachul is big enough, place a bit of animal skin inside, make a nice soft bed so we can nurse our babies. What we'd like to share with you now is a story about the instrument you see here on the floor, our didgeridoo. Each show, every day, we acknowledge and respect Uncle Jalu. He's from northeast Arnhem Land. He's today's holder and custodian of the didgeridoo and its story. And he's given us permission to share this with you, so I hope you enjoy. That's all from me. On behalf of myself and my family, we'd like to say thank you for coming to Waradah and opening your eyes to our culture. We will be back shortly with some song and dance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is the story